Walter Austin was the king of the one-year contracts. He signed 23 of them with the Brooklyn Dodgers and the Los Angeles Dodgers. In those 23 years, he won 7 NL pennants and was 6 times the Major League Manager of the Year. Walter Austin was known as the quiet man, kind of reticent, didn't say a lot, would not openly criticize players. If a player did something that irritated him, he would wait a day before he said something. I can't think of 2 managers who were as different from one another as Walter Austin and Earl Weaver of the Baltimore Orioles. Earl Weaver's Orioles come to Dodger Stadium to take on the LA Dodgers. It's the 1966 Baltimore Orioles and the 1963 Los Angeles Dodgers. For the first time in this King of the Hill tournament, a team has well, it's not the first time. There have been a few teams that have won 4 games, but this team could do something that nobody else has done in this tournament: win 5 games in a row. This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Here are today's starting lineups. First for the Orioles: Aparicio, Snyder, and Frank Robinson. Boog Powell, Brooks Robinson, Blefary, Johnson, Etchebarren, and Jim Palmer is on the mound. For the 63 Dodgers: Maury Wills, Junior Gilliam, Tommy Davis, Frank Howard, Fairley, Willie Davis, Johnny Roseboro, Ken McMullen, and the Big D, Don Drysdale, on the mound. And Donnie Drysdale, 6'5", 210 pounds, from Van Nuys, California, is a grade A pitcher. X and Z rated modifiers. Little Louis Aparicio, formerly of the Chicago White Sox, steps into the box. And we're ready for the first roll of this game. We are playing basic Apba. Both teams are from the old style of cards. I like to roll 6 dice at a time and read them in color order. Both teams defensively are fielding column 2. All right, Aparicio rolls a 5-3, which is a 20. Ground ball to second base. Junior Gilliam mishandles the play, and this game starts with an E4, and the Orioles have their leadoff hitter on. Russ Snyder, a 300 hitter in 1966, comes to bat. Snyder rolls a 3-6, and that's a 2 balls and no strikes. Drysdale pitching carefully in this situation. 3-5 is the next roll, and that's a 9. Slow order of the third. Both base runners have a lot of speed, and Snyder beats it out for an infield hit. First and second, Baltimore, nobody out, for Frank Robinson. Frank Robinson, 49 homers, 316 average, rolls a 4-5. 2 balls and no strikes. Drysdale has a Z modifier. He does not want to serve one up to the powerful Frank Robinson. Next roll is a 5-4. And that's a fly ball hit deep to right field, but there's going to be room for Frank Howard, who hauls it in for the first out. Batter is Boog Powell. Powell's got power, 34 home runs for himself in 1966. Boog Powell rolls a 1-4. That's a fly ball the opposite way to left field. Play is made by Tommy Davis. Orioles still have runners at first and second, but now 2 outs for third baseman Brooks Robinson. We'll need another dice roll. We've gone through 6 rolls. Here's the pitch to Brooks Robinson. That's a 3-3 roll. Brooks Robinson laces a line drive to left center field, splitting Willie Davis and Tommy Davis. Rolls through the wall. It's going to be a double, and both runners will score. It's 2-0 Orioles. Both those runs are unearned, as the first batter, Aparicio, reached by air. Should have been 3 outs in the inning. Kurt Blefary steps up to the plate for Baltimore. He rolls a 5-6, which is a high pop-up on the infield. It's going to go to Junior Gilliam, who puts it away for the third out. 2 runs on 2 hits. Orioles 2, Dodgers coming to bat. Our pitcher for the Orioles is Jim Palmer. He's a grade B pitcher with no modifiers. He had a 3.45 earned run average in 115 games in 1966. Maury Wills steps into the box for Los Angeles. He rolls a 2-5, which is a base hit for Maury Wills. And we're playing straight up basic Apba. That 11 gives a stolen base for Wills, his second in the project. And the Dodgers start with a runner in scoring position. Junior Gilliam will swing away. He rolls a 5-6, which is a swing and a miss. Strike 3, 1 out. Tommy Davis. Davis rolls a 4-3. And Jim Palmer fans Tommy Davis. Second strikeout in a row for him. Brings up Big Frank Howard. Wish I had $1 for every time a broadcaster said that bat looks like a toothpick in his hands. And Frank Howard rolls a 6-6 roll. There's a drive. It might be. It could be. The big man has laid in the one, and it is out of here. A 2-run home run for Frank Howard. Ties the game at 2 apiece. So Palmer, with 2 strikeouts, does not escape the trouble. Now faces Ron Fairley. He rolls a 3-4, and that's a fly ball to center field. Russ Snyder is under it and makes the catch. The Dodgers score 2 runs on 2 hits. We go to the top of the second inning. It's the Orioles 2 and the Dodgers 2. Davey Johnson's the first batter for the Orioles in the top of the second inning. 5-3 roll is a 18. Grounder to the shortstop, Maury Wills. Low throw into dirt, not caught by the first baseman. E6, Davey Johnson is on. First Oriole to bat in the game reached by an error, and they cashed him in. Here's the catcher, Andy Etchebarren, who rolls a 6-5. Pop up behind home plate. Johnny Roseborough is under it and makes the catch. 1 out. And the batter is, grabbing the wrong team here, batter is pitcher Jim Palmer. Palmer rolls a 1-3, which is a swing and a miss for strike 3. First strikeout for Dandy Don, top of the order, and Louis Aparicio. Aparicio rolls a 6-3, and that's a fly out to center field, ending the top of the second inning. Or the bottom of the second, the Orioles 2 and the Dodgers 2. Willie Davis will lead off for the Dodgers in the last of the second inning, about 245 hitter in 63. But he became a star in 64 where he hit 294 and 12 home runs. Also played great defense in center field. 5-1 is a base hit for Willie Davis. Fast runner at first. Catcher Johnny Roseborough is the batter. He rolls a 6-1. Jim Palmer gives a high leg kick, and here's the delivery, and he hits Johnny Roseborough. Roseborough slowly walks to first, hit by pitch ball. Don't want to anger him. You could just ask Juan Marichal. Kim McMullen. Kim McMullen laces a line drive to left field, and that's going to score the runner at second. Willie Davis scores. Throw goes to third to try to get Roseborough at third. It is not in time, and Roseborough is safe. McMullen goes to second on the throw. RBI single for Kim McMullen. And the Dodgers take a 3-2 lead. And what a project Kim McMullen's having. He's 6 out of 15 with 6 RBIs. Now the Dodgers have second and third. Nobody out. Orioles will play the infield in to Don Drysdale. The roll is a 6-4, and that's a swing and a miss for Donnie D. 1 out. Infield still playing in for Maury Wills. Wills rolls a 6-1. And Maury Wills lifts a fly ball to right field, fairly deep. Roseborough will tag and score. Dodgers' 4th run. It's now Dodgers 4 and the Orioles 2. 2 gone. And here is Junior Gilliam. Gilliam rolls a 5-1. Base hit over second base, scoring McMullen unless he is slow. He is not. So McMullen scores. Third run in the inning. It's 5-2. Dodgers. Brings up Tommy Davis, 326 hitter in 1963. Tommy Davis hits a ground ball to the shortstop. Fielded by Aparicio to throw to first. Ends the inning, but the Dodgers score 3 runs on 3 hits. They've already got 5 runs in the first 2 innings, and they lead 5-2, top of the third. The center fielder Russ Snyder leads off for Baltimore. He rolls a 2-2 roll, and that's going to be a base hit for Russ Snyder. That single to right field puts the leadoff hitter on. The Orioles have had their leadoff hitter on all 3 innings. Frank Robinson. Robinson rolls a 1-4. That's a fly ball to left field, taken in by Tommy Davis for the first out. Boog Powell rolls a 1-6. Little roller toward the shortstop, taken by Maury Wills, the throw to first. Boog Powell is out, but the runner goes to second, 2 outs. Now Brooks Robinson. Brooks Robinson rolls a 1-2, and that's a ground out to second base. No runs on a hit. Bottom of the third, it's the Dodgers 5 and the Orioles 2. All right, red hot Frank Howard will step up for the Dodgers for the bottom of the third inning. He is 8 for 16 with 2 home runs. He rolls a 3-2, and that's going to be a ground ball to second baseman Davey Johnson, who throws to first. 1 out. And the Gentle Giant returns to the dugout. Ron Fairley steps up to the plate. Ron Fairley rolls a 1-4. That's a fly ball hit to left field, taken by Kurt Blefrey. 2 up and 2 gone. Willie Davis rolls a 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll. And 4-1 is a double for Willie Davis. He's 2 for 2. Singled and doubled in this game. So the Dodgers have a chance to pad their lead. Johnny Roseboro is the batter. Johnny Roseboro rolls a 4-4, which is an 8. And that B grade turns it into a rollout to the pitcher. No runs on a hit. We go to the top of the fourth. It is 5-2 Dodgers. Blefrey, Johnson, and Etchebarren do the hit in the 4th inning for Baltimore. But Blefrey rolls a 4-4, which is an 8 against an 8 pitcher. That's going to be an out. Pop out to third base. Here's Davey Johnson. 4-3 roll is a ground ball back to Drysdale, who snags it and throws to first. 2 gone. Catcher Andy Etchebarren. He rolls a 1-2, and that's a ground ball to second baseman Junior Gilliam. 3 up and 3 down for the Orioles in the 4th. 5-2 Dodgers. All right, Kim McMullen is 1 for 1. He's singled in a run in the 2nd inning. He rolls a 5-5. That's a fly ball to center field. 1 out. Pitcher Don Drysdale rolls a 4-2. Swing and a miss. Drysdale strikes out. Usually a good hitting pitcher, but did not hit well in 1963. Maury Wills rolls a 6-3, and that's a fly out to center fielder Russ Snyder. Maury Wills is 1 for 2. Dodgers are brushed aside in the 4th. We go to the top of the 5th. 5-2 Los Angeles. Right, pitcher Jim Palmer is due to hit first in the top of the 5th. And he will take a bat up there and bat. 21 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. That is only Drysdale's 2nd strikeout, both times Jim Palmer. Top of the order, and Louis Aparicio. Aparicio rolls a 2-6. Fly ball skied to center field. Willie Davis is under it and makes the catch. Russ Snyder rolls a 6-3, and that's also a fly out to Willie Davis. Halfway through, Dodgers 5, Orioles 2. Junior Gilliam, Tommy Davis, and Frank Howard scheduled to hit in the last of the 5th inning. Dodgers are in first place in this King of the Hill tournament at 4-0. If they win today, that'll keep them in first place. Here's the pitch to Junior Gilliam. He rolls a 2-4. And that's a fly ball to right field, Frank Robinson's territory, and he makes the catch. Tommy Davis rolls a 6-1, and that's a ground ball to the shortstop. Louis Aparicio, slick fielder, probably the best defensive shortstop in the league, throws out Junior Gilliam. Or actually, throws out Tommy Davis, sorry. Frank Howard is the batter. Frank Howard rolls a 4-5, and he works a base on balls. Jim Palmer wanting no part of the big man. Slow runner at first base, always play it safe with my slow runners in base running unless I say otherwise. Here's Ron Fairley, who rolls a 6-4, and that's a 41. Ground ball to shortstop. And Frank Howard is out at second base. 6 to 4, but the Dodgers have a problem. Frank Howard comes up limping, and he is injured. All right, Howard's injury number is a J2. Let's see how long they're going to miss Frank Howard. He rolls. That's like a roll. I missed. They're supposed to roll 2 dice. So we're reading the J2 column. 6-1 is a 7 games. Frank Howard is going to be out, and that's going to be a big loss for the 63 Dodgers. We go to the 6, it's 5-2 Dodgers. Wally Moon assumes the right field position, replacing the injured Frank Howard. Due up for the Orioles is the middle of their order. Boog Powell, Brooks Robinson, and Frank Robinson, Boog Powell, and then Brooks Robbie. All right, I believe Frank Robbie was the AL MVP in 1966. He rolls a 5-2 as the ground ball to third base. Ken McMullen is up with it and throws across the diamond to retire Frank Robinson. 1 out. Brings up John Wesley Boog Powell. Drysdale goes into his wind up. Here's a slide on delivery. There's a drive. It might be, it could be, it's out of here. A home run for Boog Powell. Closes the deficit to 2 runs. LA 5 and Baltimore 3. That brings up Brooks Robinson, who drove in the other 2 Baltimore runs in this game. He rolls a 3-3 roll, and that's going to be a double for Brooks Robinson. 2 loud hits for the Orioles here in the 6th inning. Brings a potential tying run to the plate in Kurt Blefary. Kurt Blefary lines a single to center field. Robinson rounds third. Brooks is trying to come home. Here's a throw to the plate from Willie Davis, and Brooks Robinson is out at the plate. Blefary goes to second on the throw, so no RBI. Brooks Robinson cut down by Willie Davis. That's 2 outs. Runner at second. Brings up Davey Johnson, who rolls a 3-5. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Orioles get 1. Could have had more on 3 hits. Bottom of the 6th inning, Dodgers 5 and the Orioles 3. Willie Davis leads off the last of the 6th inning after coming up huge with an outfield assist, cutting down Brooks Robinson at the plate. Here's the pitch to Willie Davis. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. 1 out. Johnny Roseboro rolls a 6-6 roll, and that's a hit column roll for Roseboro. 2-4. The next roll is a double. He's been on base now the second time. He was hit by a pitch his first time up. 1-for-2. Brings up the red-hot Kim McMullen. McMullen rolls a 5-1. Base hit for McMullen. That's going to drive home Johnny Roseboro. 6 Dodger run. McMullen's second hit and second RBI. Orioles call time. Earl Weaver has seen enough. He's going to bring in Mo Drabowski. Grade B relief pitcher. He'll be using his relief rating, X, Y strikeout modifiers, and a Z control modifier. He'll be pitching to Don Drysdale. So he'll be a grade A pitcher pitching to Drysdale, who is a right-handed hitter. Drabowski's pitch to Drysdale is a 3-4 roll, and that's a fly ball to center field. Caught by Russ Snyder. Now 2 outs, and Maury Wills rolls a 2-5. Base hit for Maury Wills. That sends McMullen to third. I think he's average speed. Yeah, McMullen goes to third. And Wills will steal second on the next pitch safely. Second and third Dodgers. There are 2 gone, so the Oriole infield is playing normally. That brings about Junior Gilliam, who is 1-for-3 on the day. Gilliam's roll is a 3-5. That's a base on balls, loading the bases. So Drabowski, the reliever, is painting himself into a corner. Can Tommy Davis put a quarter in a merry-go-round and blow this game wide open? Drabowski from the stretch pitches to Tommy Davis. 4-5 is the roll. That pitch is wide, 2 balls and no strikes. Drabowski behind in the count. Next offering to Davis is a 3-5 roll. Line drive single between first base and second base, quickly retrieved by Frank Robinson, so everybody will move up just 1 base. Let's see, McMullen scores. Wills goes to third. Gilliam to second, and Tommy Davis has an RBI. He's at first. Bases are still loaded. Batter is Wally Moon. 2 outs, 8th hitter in the inning. 1-1 roll for Wally Moon, and this is going to blow the doors off the barn door. 2-2 roll is a drive. It might be, it could be, it is out of here. Home run for Wally Moon, a grand slam. It's the Dodgers 7-3. The horse is out of the barn. Ron Fairley steps up to the box. Let's see. 2 of those runs are charged to Jim Palmer. Let's see. Palmer gives up 5 earned runs, and Drabowski gives up the other 4. Ron Fairley steps into the box. 2-1 roll is a fly ball to left field. The Dodgers bat around, and they score 6 runs. Oh, I was counting the score. It's actually 11-3. 6 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. Dodgers 11, Orioles 3. Top of the 7th. All right, for the top of the 7th inning, Andy Etchebarren leads off for the Baltimore Orioles, who suddenly find themselves 8 runs down against an A-pitcher, Don Drysdale. All right, Etchebarren rolls a 6-3. That's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Etchebarren will have to grab some pine. There'll be a pitch hitter for the pitcher. Vic Rosnowski comes up. He rolls a 2-2 roll, and that's a base hit for the pitch hitter, Rosnowski. See, that brings up Louis Aparicio. Warming up in the Baltimore bullpen's Eddie Fisher. He'll come in and pitch the last of the 7th. Aparicio rolls a 2-1, and that's a fly out to left fielder Tommy Davis. And now Russ Snyder rolls a high pop-up on the infield. Maury Wills is under it, and makes the catch. No runs on a hit, one left. 7th inning stretch time. Dodgers 11 and the Orioles 3. Ori and I spent this weekend watching the USSSA Kansas State Championships, watching our grandson, Landon Mattingly play.
Take me up to the ball game. Buy me some peanuts and crackers. Yes. I don't care if I get backwards. Whoop, whoop for the home team. Yeah. When it's a shame. 4 balls, 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the ball game. The 63 Dodger team scored 10 runs on the 64 Yankees. They've outdone themselves today, scoring 11 on the 66 Orioles. 63 Dodgers could put some runs up on the board. They had some players who had good offensive years. Unlike 1965, which was pretty much all pitching and base stealing and defense. Talked about Walter Austin in the opening of today's game. But one thing that really benefited Austin is he had the entire careers of Sandy Koufax and Don Drysdale. All right, Willie Davis leads off the bottom of the 7th inning for Los Angeles. Davis rolls a 2-1. That's a fly ball to left field, which is how he started the 6th inning. 1 out. Here is Johnny Roseboro. Roseboro rolls a 4-2, which is a swing and a miss for a strike. Fisher is a grade B Z pitcher. Next roll is a 2-3, which is a comebacker back to pitcher Eddie Fisher. Throws out Johnny Roseboro. Brings up Ken McMullen. McMullen rolls a 3-5. That's a swing and a miss for a strike. We need another pitch. That's a 4-5. And that's ball 4 to Ken McMullen. He's been hot this whole tournament. He's been on base 3 times today. Don Drysdale comes to bat. Drysdale rolls a 4-4 roll. That's a ground ball to Brooks Robbie at third base. One Hall of Famer throws out another Hall of Famer for the final out of the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. Top of the 8th, 11-3, Los Angeles. All right, as we go to the top of the 8th inning, there's going to be wholesale changes for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Defensively, Dick Tracewski goes in to play shortstop for Maury Wills. Lee Walls will be in left field for Tommy Davis. Moose Gowron will be playing first base for Ron Fairley. And Dolph Camilli will be catching for Johnny Roseboro. So 4 defensive changes. Dodgers are a little bit fearful of any more injuries. They lost Frank Howard in this game. Wally Moon came in and took his place, and he also hit a home run to follow Frank Howard's home run. Frank Robinson steps into the box for the Dodgers. We are past the point of fatigue for Don Drysdale. He has 1 mark against his fatigue. 1-2 to Frank Robbie is a ground ball to second base. Junior Gilliam, who is still in the game, scoops and throws to first. 1 out. Boog Powell rolls a 2-1, and that's a swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 gone, and Brooks Robinson rolls a 5-1. That's a 9 against an 8 pitcher. That's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Orioles go quietly in the 8th. Bottom of the 8th inning, 11-3, Dodgers. Eddie Fisher returns to the mound for the Orioles. This is his point of fatigue inning, his 2nd inning of work as a reliever. Dick Tracy steps into the box for the LA Dodgers. 5-1 is a base hit for Dick Tracy. Gets a chance to play and wants to show Walter Austin what he can do. Junior Gilliam is the batter. He rolls a 6-1, and it's a fly ball to right field. Frank Robinson's under it and makes the catch. Outfielder Lee Walls, former Chicago Cub, steps into the box and rolls a 3-5, which is a 40. Ground ball to Boog Powell, who throws to second to get the base runner out. Fielder's choice for Lee Walls. That's 2 outs, and here is Wally Moon. Wally Moon rolls a 2-6, and that's a fly out to right field. So no runs on a hit. 1 left. Top of the ninth inning, Dodgers lead by 8. All right, Don Drysdale will go out of the game. Larry Sherry is called on to pitch the top of the ninth inning for the Dodgers. He's a grade D YZ pitcher, and he is facing Kurt Blefary for the Orioles. Here's the pitch. 6-6 roll. There's a drive by Kurt Blefary. It might be, it could be, it's out of here. Kurt Blefary sends greetings to Larry Sherry with a solo home run here in the ninth inning. 11-4 brings up Davey Johnson. Johnson rolls a 5-4. That's another deep drive to right field. Back to the fence is Wally Moon, who makes the catch. 1 out. Andy Etchebarren rolls a 1-6, and that's a ground ball to shortstop, fielded by Dick Trasuski, who throws to the new first baseman, that's in Moose Gowan. 2 outs. And Baltimore will send up a pitch hitter, Paul Blair. Blair rolls a 6-1, and that's a ground ball to third base. Ken McMullen throws to first, and that's the ball game. Final score, the Los Angeles Dodgers 11 and the Baltimore Orioles 4. We'll be back with the line score. All right, the line score is the Orioles 4 runs on 8 hits and no errors. Dodgers scored 11 runs on 12 hits, and they committed 2 errors. I was mistaken on Palmer. I thought the error was hurt him. So all runs he gave up were earned. And Palmer is a loser. 5 1/3 innings pitch, gave up 7 runs. Drysdale moves to 2-0 in this project. He goes 8 innings, gives up 1 earned run. And Don Drysdale's now pitched 17 innings and given up only 2 runs in this project. Well, there it is. The Dodgers are 5-0. They are the undisputed first place holders in this King of the Hill tournament, ahead of the Pittsburgh Crawfords in 1935. 38 Yankees are in third place. But the key spots are the top 2 spots who will play in a World Series at the end of this project. Next team up is the 1967 Boston Red Sox. The Dodgers will send Johnny Padres to the mound to try to extend their win streak to 6 games. Thanks for watching. Hope something good happens to you today, and may God bless.